Alright, just gonna start in the middle of a match here just because I wasn't able to set things up. But yeah, first round is started already. Um, so they chose to go first. Yeah, hello everyone, I'm testing out Lucy. Yeah, sorry it's all kind of rushed, but um, think think I'll keep this. Kind of want the curve. I don't know why they were waiting for me to do something there, but yeah, here we go Rebecca Leo. That's a Sabo. It's kind of rough to be losing to Watch Me Aces immediately there, but it is what it is. Um, Next turn we can go Memento into Cav, probably sacking this. If I find Barto, I will do Barto instead of Cav. Oh my god. It's good that they're playing the Shuras now instead of their better bodies. We can just take the first two hits here, I think. I'll show my build later. Yeah. Uh Here we'll swing 5. Memento. Trash. I don't want to trash a free cost just yet. I think it's... Flame Fruit is really good, though. No, I think it is. I think it's this. If we find Barto, we can just play Barto without playing the free cost event just fine. Yeah. If they go 6-6 again, then we'll go 2k. Okay. They're swinging at Cav. It's always a counter. Like, you counter this one. If they go 7 here, then it's like fine, right? I'll take... Okay, here comes the I'll use a Betty search here to find another Sabo, I guess. Yeah. Probably like that. Swing 2 to Shura here. Don't really have a good play this turn. Swing 5. Attach 1 Dawn pass. Yeah, I mean, I think we're losing this match. So, I know I played Lucy pretty early on in this meta, and I did pretty well with it, but the main reason I dropped the deck was because of this matchup. I feel like at a certain point it becomes really hard to win this matchup unless you get really lucky with it. And right now I'm not seeing too much luck, but also it is what it is. I think my current build is a very balanced build, so I really wanted to test it out and just see how this deck will go. Because I've been considering changing back to this deck instead of sticking with Blackbeard, but we'll see. Lightning Dragoned it, but swung at it anyways. It's kind of weird. I mean, I'll just block here. If they swing with a Nell, then it's Fire Fist. If they don't swing with a Nell, then I play Flame Fruit. Draw here. Of course we get our bricks now. It's so goofy. Swing 2 and a 2, and then I think 8 here is fine. Did I draw a card already? Yeah, I did. Yeah, 8 here is fine. Leave 1 open in case I need to counter with event. Sure. Them having 2 ohms on field is kind of rough. Because, yeah, like, it allows them to play... Like, they can just L4 here. Yep. Ripblaw, of course. Rips. The Watch Me Ace. Yeah, it's fine. I think I just lose here most of the time. 6, 10, 14. Can I counter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? So technically I could counter this. But then they haven't used leader ability. They can just go 6, 10. If I had countered the 6, then I wouldn't have been able to counter this 10, and then they can go 14 anyways. I mean, do I counter this? I don't think I do. I think the proper... If they swing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Oh wait, I can't counter anyways. Yeah. Why waste time? But yeah. Yeah, I mean, just like 1, 2, 3, 4. And then... Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like... It was pretty big low roll, I'd say. Because... I didn't see a second 4 drop until 1 turn too late. Was one thing. I also would rather see Barto over Cav in this matchup. And not having any counter to save my Cav there was kind of rough. I think I played it fine. I wouldn't say, like, good, because if it was good, then I'd win, right? But I don't think there's too much I could have done with what I got. Maybe instead of 4 cost Cav, I could have gone 3 cost event or something like that, but I was kind of hoping to draw into a Barto with Memento, so then I can play Barto Memento instead of Cav there. But yeah, let me just show my current list with Lucy, and then I'll talk about it after I share this link. I haven't shared the link anywhere yet. Da, da, da. Alright, so yeah, in case you guys missed it, I lost the first match against the Nelbear. They were able to aggro really quickly, and I wasn't able to find my early pieces that well. So I just kind of got overwhelmed. I saw no one... Well, I saw two 2Ks with, like, Leo and Viola, but I had to play Leo because I didn't have Barto in hand. I played out Leo just to potentially, right, not have Cav be L4 sniped, but Cav ended up being Key 10 Mamaraga, and then I didn't have the counter for it. Um, yeah, maybe I just don't play Leo out. That's something I'll consider, but I feel like playing Leo out is good in that matchup. What was I trying to do? Oh yeah, go to like the reporting site, or like the limitless, and then just double check. Well, I would get lost no matter what. But yeah, it was a really quick game. I lost before, I lost after my 8 dawn turn. Right, they got first, I got second as well. So, yeah, I'd say this list is pretty standard. The biggest deviation is probably doing a split between Barto and Cav. So I think Barto fixes a good amount of issues that this deck has. It's a stickier forecast compared to Cav, right? Cav is really, really good value when it sticks, but like in some matchups, like Anel, it just dies immediately, which is where Barto comes in. So if I got Barto instead of Cav during that uh, game, I would be in a way better spot, and I'd like probably still be playing. um, and then the other deviation, I guess, because I'm playing Barto, I'm running 2 of these events. But other than that, I think one Newgate. I think this is like somewhat standard now. I think one Newgate is really good. It's essentially a fifth Sabo, but you don't run more than one for a similar reason that you don't run more than one Roger. It can be kind of bricky in your hand, so you just want to make sure that you get that one when you do need that one, right? Is kind of like how it goes. So, um, but yeah, since we have some time, I'll hop on a quick like rant on the OP16 leaders. So actually, before that, I found out that I was one of the regionals that I might have gone to um, is still OP15. So I'm still trying to decide an OP15 deck. It's either Lucy or Teach. There's not really anyone else that I'm testing right now. Like Kobe maybe, but like I don't like Kobe. If I get into side events, I might play Kobe. But for main event, I don't know if I trust myself enough because yellow bodies are super annoying with Kobe. But yeah, the other one's Teach, right? I've been playing Teach a lot this format. I've been doing way better with Teach in actual like in-person play compared to Sim, uh, which is like kind of rough because like all of the content in this channel is Chinoize Cup, and that's like all Sim. So it's hard to kind of prove that. But I've been doing pretty well in locals and stuff with Teach. I feel like it's a very good deck, so um, I might go with Teach. I might go with Lucy. I need to figure out the Anal matchup for both, right? Um, but yeah, I wanted to talk a bit about the OP16 decks though, because I have been testing them. Buggy feels kind of disgusting. This is what I'm testing right now on Sim. This is the new 5 cost Buggy isn't out yet. In case you were wondering why it's not in this deck, like see it's not out on Sim, so I'm not able to test it. Honestly, the biggest like I'm going to maybe cut this card from the deck is Jozu, weirdly enough, because he feels kind of clunky in this deck where like sure it's like a 6 drop that just gets rid of a 6 drop, and then you can play something like if you play a 2 drop bounce it of Josie, you can then play out a 6 drop, right? But like I don't know, it feels kind of clunky. Slave Arrow was another card I was testing, and it's also really good, but um yeah, I don't know. I think it's a decent list. I might add more Prisoner of Impel Down. I wonder how much this card is gonna end up being. Because you're gonna need like a lot of this card for the deck. But Buggy has felt pretty nuts. The other deck that I felt is pretty good is Blue Green Luffy. And yeah, I don't know. This is a pretty good deck. But yeah, just waiting for the next round. So yeah, sorry I'm talking about things that aren't Lucy. um, but yeah, I'll do some like deck demonstrations while waiting for the next round. Let's go like I don't know. A lot of people are anticipating Black Yellow Teach, so maybe that's a good like. And this seems like a mall to me. And this seems good to me. So here, it's this. What is this list actually? I don't know what list I'm doing right now. I think this is before. Wait. Um. Let me just check if there's anything else I can add. I mean, I feel like this is a 4 of. Yeah, this is probably it then. I know there's like the new 8 cost teach and the. Yeah, but I feel like. How many 2Ks do I have? So 8 right now. 10? I have 10 2Ks. I feel like promo is not being played. And then. Don't know if you really need 4 black holes like this. I don't know, something like that. Let's try it. It's a mole. What is this hand? Search, grabbing, Devon, probably. I guess play this, but it doesn't really do much. Set 2 is active. 5 here, I think you just take. Confirm. Yeah, most of this deck is 2 cost characters, so there's gonna be a good amount of targets. Swing 5. Yeah, but you see the board storm in this is kind of crazy. I feel like we can just block one of these. Oh, sure. Yeah, just send me a code and I'll join. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just waiting for the next round right now. So, not much is happening. But yeah, Trash Inazuma. Six cards or less, so I need to play out a card that doesn't draw a card, which is none of this, but yeah, that's fine. Just swing 5. Obviously that, but I think it's like 6/6 to Iva. Can you guys hear me actually? Oh, I see what's going on. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it's using the wrong... I did say yes. I did say yes. But let me just switch. I think it's using my... It's using the wrong mic. So let me just change that really quickly. Properties. It's not detecting my mic. Huh. I do have Lucci built for grand battles. But let me just see if I need to change it some more. Because I was testing it and there's just like no space for anything in that list. I think this is... It's probably as good as it's gonna get. Yeah. Oh, hold up. I think second round is up. Yeah, second round is up. So I'll play you after this round. Why is it not detecting my my mic? Okay, it is. Hold up. Okay, never mind. It is detecting my mic. I was just goofing off. Alright. Table. Okay, is my opponent... Okay, my opponent is here. So I just need to wait for them to share their code. And I also need to make sure that I'm not using the wrong deck. Alright, second round is against another NL. Let's see if we... Okay, we do have Barto, and Viola is better than Rebecca to play out this. So I think this is a keep. I feel like this is a keep. Uh, two Sabos, I don't know. I don't really care about bricking that early, I feel like. So yeah, Viola... Is it Bari Bari? Or is it Rebecca? Next turn, I don't have a play, actually, so I think it's Rebecca. Because next turn, I can then go Rebecca into something, right? And yeah, Viola is a really good starting play because now I can go swing. I think it's just Rosa Kingdom here. I do want that. And then, yeah, because that reduces the risks of me bricking. And then play Betty. Okay. Is it two Bartos? Or is it... I feel like it's Flame Fruit. I feel like it's Flame Fruit. Oh wait, you can't grab Barto from Betty anyways. It's either Watch Me Ace, Fire Fist, or Flame Fruit. So I feel like it's this. And then probably like this. Okay, I think this is a very good start for us. Because now we have two 2K bodies, which means that they're either forced to like L4 super early to deal with them, or I can just ping, like swing 2Ks to my opponent's small bodies. So yeah. Okay. I think this is also a take. I feel like you can usually just take the smaller, or like the earlier but small hits. Right, swing 2K there. I think I'd rather... I could play this Viola. If they're gonna swing it here, I feel like that's good. Let's swing 5. I do know they have a Mama Ragon, though. Is it better for me to greed a bit Viola to find the 3-cost event? Or is it better for me to swing 6? I'm only running 2 of the 3-cost event. I haven't seen any of them, but also, like, what are the chances of it being in the top 3 cards? Decent chance because I've dug through like 11. Yeah, right? Yeah, 11 cards. I haven't seen any. If I go 5, they like if I go 6, right? They don't have too many 2K counters that they want to use yet. But then I'd just play Barto and pass, which isn't the worst. But also, I don't know. I feel like greeting a bit. Okay, they took anyways, so. I think this is a Watch Me Ace. Right, I feel like it's a Watch Me Ace. And then play out a Barto. But yeah. I feel like this is still fine, because now if I Fire Fist, for example, I have a lot of 2k bodies that can pressure Vicinel. And then otherwise, these are 2k bodies to just ping their weenies. But yeah. Because of Dressrosa Kingdom, I'm able to use one of these as a 2k. Okay, they Lightning Dragon, that's totally fine. They can't really swing into it. So they have to Lightning Dragon this every single turn. They could swing 7. So here I will actually counter with a 2-cost Fire Fist. I think is probably the best card to do this with. Am I ever going to use this to KO? Probably not. I feel like I'm only going to use it to reduce power in this matchup, and these reduce power better. So. Yeah, I think they're scared of, like, losing their Satori, but also, like, if you never swing with your Satori, you're never gonna get value. So, I could counter this, but I think I take. I feel like I. The reason why is because I'd rather take with the cards that I have in my hand, right? But yeah, here it's just swing 2k, 2k. If they want to counter out, go ahead, right? And then after that, it's this into this, into draw another card, swing 8. And it's like, they might be able to deal with the Sabo blocker, but I don't think they'll be able to go for game next turn. See, they're like countering 2k of their events here, which is really good for me. Because that means they have one less key 10, and yeah, they're forced to go 1k, 1k. Because a lot of their 2ks they don't want to use. So, let's see how this goes. Being at 1 life is kind of scary, especially with a 6-cost now. Okay, they probably have like Gamma, yeah, and then Mama. But like, I have 2-2Ks, so they can't like pressure, or like they can't go for game. Sorry, they can definitely pressure, but if they go like 6-6, I can counter both. So let's see what they do here. They're key 10ing, which means L4, but then they have 0, so they'd have to like ramp, go to 5, attach, swing first. Like, it's kind of a weird. Okay. Kind of a weird sequence, I think. If they want to L4. I don't know why they swung 2 into Viola. They should have swung 2 into Sabo. Because that's a 2 versus a 2. Okay. I mean, I'm not saving this Viola. See, the Violas are doing so much work. They're absorbing so much pressure here. Okay. If they swing 2 into Sabo, I will counter. Because then I'm forcing them to go 14 into Sabo. It's like 14 into a 2k. Yeah, like, yeah, I'm countering this. If they ignore this, then okay. But if they don't ignore this, then like, I basically block the 14k. I don't know what to do next turn though. Oh, K, sure. Because if they L4, they're gonna be at 5. Or not 5. Wait, yeah, they're gonna be at 5 next turn. But here, it's very much this into this into that. Draw. So that's a 2k. If they counter out, I feel like I don't need to discard or attach Dawn to it. Yeah. We'll just pass here. Wait, yeah, see, they're at 5 Dawn. Because of how they sequenced that. And because of, like, how they were swinging. They should have been swinging all their, like... All the stuff that they were swinging at the violas should have gone to the Sabo. I don't know why they didn't do that. But... This is another weird play. You're risking a Roger play for no reason. I feel like that's how I feel anyways. I don't know. Maybe there's something I'm not seeing. Not that I have Roger anyways, but next turn it's going to be another Sabo Fire Fist, I think. Yeah, L4 here, that's fine. I was expecting it anyways. But yeah, it's probably another Sabo Fire Fist, draw, swing at Senor Pink, and Ohm if they rest it. Is what I'm thinking. So Senor Pink is what? It's 11. How many? Hold up. Let's just click this. How many events do I? 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 events in trash, which means this is still a 4 cost event. I need... If I block here, they can't swing with this. So I need to go block. It's a 7. I need 5k more. So I just need this 2k, trashing like a memento, and then this, I believe, is the correct math. And then they go 7, and I just go 2k, 1k. I think mementos. Okay. That's still fine by me. Well, 2k there. Are they gonna swing into it with a Nell? Or are they gonna swing at face? If I still had stage, I would have defended this, but like this is also fine, I think. Oh, this is even better. Okay. This into Bari. Draw. Swing 5 here. Swing 8 to Senior Pink. Or is it 6 here and then... I think just full clear board here, right? So like 6 at Shura, and then like 9 at Senor Pink, or like even 10 at Senor Pink. 2k, 2k, 1k, are they gonna have that? I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it. I'm gonna force as big a number as possible here. Um, because if they go, they don't have too many 2Ks. So even a 2K, 2K, 1K is very unlikely. But I think a 2K, 2K, 2K is like almost impossible for a null. They might have it though. They're thinking a lot here. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Because most of their 2Ks are like the events. Yeah, okay. And it should be impossible for them to go for game here. Hopefully, what do they need to go for game? Like they need a rush, which I think the only rush they play is Shura. Some decks even only run free Shura. So 2 should be fine. And then or sorry. Some decks only run free and they have free in their trash. Even if they even if they run 4, they only have 1 more. And even if they play Shura, that's only a 6. Let's see. They could swing big with leader. So that could be like 11 with leader and then 7 with Shura. Which I will just like block counter however necessary, I think. But yeah. Secret Anel here. I think I always just play this out. No matter what. Okay. They sack a Frankie. Not that I do anything with cost anyways. Their swing's most likely just a 6, which I then block. Because they can't attach the Rested Dawn to leader. Okay. Pudding. If I find anything to get rid of the pudding, I will. Like, if I get like a Bari Bari, I'll just play Sabo Bari Bari again. But yeah. Just block there. I could also make Barto a blocker, but I don't think that's necessary right now. I could go Sabo into this, draw free cards is also possible, because I don't think, I feel like it's Sabo into this right now. I kind of want to save the Viola until later. So yeah, I think it's Sabo into this, and I think it's draw 2. And then draw another. Okay. Swing of 5. Or swing 6. Make it annoying for them to counter. Okay. Another 6. And then I think I just pass. And go for game next turn. Because they have 1, 2, 3. They have 3 swings. So if I swing with 1 Sabo, and then they manage to like rest another one, and like deal, basically if they can deal with 2 Sabos up, they have a decent amount of answers to get through. So I'd rather just have 3 up like this. The moment they rest at Anel, this Fire Fist is coming down. But yeah. Oh, wait. Just realized. I probably should have Fire Fisted anyways. I low-key forgot about minus 8k staying. So I was like, I should save this, but I have another Fire Fist anyways. So yeah, I should have Fire Fisted, made this a 2k, and I know it would be like practically impossible for them to go for game. Forgot it was... Yeah, it's been a bit since I've played Lucy, like grinded it out that hard. But I think we're still in a decent position. We can also just wait until they deck out. They only have 10 more cards in deck. Um, so that means a decent amount of their stuff is in trash here. They have 2 secrets in trash, 2 gammas, um, every key 10, 2 mamas. Okay. I think they usually only run 2 or 3 gamma knives. So I shouldn't have to worry too much about it. Um, let's see. Um, they have 4, so they can go. Let's say they are able to. Okay, so I think this is always a block because if they go like 14 on this, I'm always blocking anyways. And I don't think they have 2 gamma knives and 2 mama ragons. Even if they do, they can't use both. Right, so let's say they gamma knife here and then swing here. Okay, they gamma knife here. Gamma knife, mama ragon there. Sure, that's fine. I'll just block with this. Okay, lightning dragon. Okay. That's their last lightning dragon as well. If I can get a 10 beard, I think I'd be in a very, very good spot. But I don't need a 10 beard anyways, so. 15. Am I able to save? They don't have any other swings, so let's see. If I block, I always block. 9 plus 3 is 12 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. So that's, I think that's right. 3, so 7. Yeah. I don't need to discard for these, I don't think. Block 2k, 2k, and then this minus. Okay, and then here comes Fire Fist. Draw, swing 6 at 2, and then just like 8 at life. Do I go for game? If I actually, that's a question I should have asked myself before I Fire Fist. But if I go 9, and also before I Song of Leader. What swings do they have left on board? They have 6 Dawn, right? They can make one of these a 6k just immediately, which I have counter for. I feel like I have enough counter where I'm fine just leaving these 2 blockers up. Like, I can very much play defensively, I think. I don't think I need to risk going for game. Well, I can always ping with 1, right? If they go 6, hold up. So if they want to go for game, they always have to attach Dawn. So they can go like 5, 5, 5, 6. If they go 5, 5, 5, 6, then I always have the counter for it. If they just split, then that's big swing here into like 7 here. So I think I'm always good with one blocker. Because I think their Mamaragon one, they have free and trash, so they have one more. I don't. I feel like they don't have a 4th Gamma Knife in the deck. But I think I can just play it safe. So I think I just pass turn here. I don't think there's a way they can punish this. If they block her up, we're top decking Roger. Like, simple. Simple as that. But no, even if they block her up, they can only play one blocker. So even if I don't top deck Roger, then I still have 9k, 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 this Barto, and uh this Barto and leader, and leader has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I can go 10k swing. So let's see how this ends up being. Oh, they're about to time out as well. Damn. This match has been like a very close match. I definitely like saw my high roll ish. Because I was able, well, I wouldn't even say ish. I think this is exactly what I want to see in this matchup. I saw my Violas and Bettys early. And then I was able to Rebecca block easily early as well. Or no, they all 4 this Rebecca. I saw all 4 of my Sabos. I saw free Fire Fists, one of these when I needed it. Found this when I needed it as well. Yeah. I think my one misplay was probably playing this from this Sabo instead of a Fire Fist. But I think even then, it was fine. The free cost event was not a bad play per se, because now I have a lot more cards in hand. Divine Departure coming? Yeah. Okay, Divine Departure here. L4 or Mama Ragon? L4, okay. And then they just go like 7-7 is my guess, right? There's no way they can deal with this blocker, and there's no way they can swing any other way. Yeah, there's no other combination they'd be able to do. It's 7-7 unless they go 6-8 for some reason. So this one I just block. All right, they can go 8 with L4. I don't think it matters too much though. 1, 2, 3. They could go 9 with L4, and it would still not matter. Sack this, and then 2k. Yeah. GG. Whew. Alright. Let me just report that. Oh, that was... we were the last last match of that round. Let's see. Pinel players do be playing cards. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they played that super optimally. They were definitely just like playing cards for the sake of playing cards at some points in that matchup. Um, and then yeah, I feel like a lot of their swings could have been optimized for sure. Whenever you play Lucy at locals, you Omega low roll. No, that it happens. I don't know why. Like, you don't even run that many like different things. I think Betty whiffs a decent amount, like more than it should, for sure. Uh, why not just Fire Fist? Yeah, no, I definitely trolled there. I should have Fire Fisted instead of the free cost event from Sabo. I forgot. I totally forgot that it's like until end of turn or opponent's turn. And then yeah, it's crazy how close. I think it's just like a bad matchup for me. So need to just lock in and like play my best, but they have like a pretty good uh safety net, right? Wasn't even. I think it was pretty close. They did like almost deck out and also almost time out. So there was that, but yeah, I don't know. Uh, let's see. Oh, yeah, next round is up now. Because I was the last round. I was the last match of that round. When we finished that, it was immediately the next round. So it's nice that I don't have to wait super long. Clearly, this means I should just like play super slow. Alright. I think Croc I wanna go first. This is a weird hand. Um, because I have ideal curve. Rebecca into event into memento. But I have 2 bricks from the start of the game. Do I? I think the curve is too good. I think the curve is really really good here. Fire Fist I don't think matters too much. Mm, I think I grab Fire Fist anyways. I think it's the best option out of those. Here, draw 5. And then next turn we're able to play stage, memento, cav. I think this is a 10 beard matchup. I don't know if this is a Roger matchup, but also I'm not going to discard Roger from memento. Okay, they don't have Bond. They might swing 5 again with Miss Valentine. And I don't counter. With Lucy, I think you always take the first 2. Draw 2. Trash, I think the set. Okay, so normally I would immediately trash the second cav, but I do have another memento. Next turn, I think, is a Sabo memento into cav. So now the question is, do I trash a brick, one of these 2, or do I trash something else? And I think the answer is something else. And the reason why I don't want to trash these 2 bricks is because Newgate is a very good on-curve Tendon play. if I miss a Sabo or this becomes a very, very long game, which it might, I think Croc games can stall. So I think 10 gate is really good. Roger, on the other hand, if I trash a Roger, most people know that Lucy plays only one Roger, so they know that there's no more Rogers in the deck. So I think I trash a 2K. This Leo. Because Leo is not as good in this matchup. And I draw Leo anyways. So yeah. They'll play Daz, like Bond into Daz. Like I can't really, well, I can play around it, but I don't think I need to. I knew they were setting up for it anyways, but it's fine. So now is it a Sabo Fire Fist angle instead? I don't think so. I think it's still Sabo Memento. Do I care about Daz that much? I don't think I care about Daz that much. Swing 5. If I really care about it that much, I can deal with it next turn. Tempting, but I think it's Cav. I think it's always Cav in this matchup at least. If it was the Anel matchup, I'd go Barto. If I had the free cost event still, I'd go Barto as well, mayhaps. Yeah. I have a lot of counter in my hand. Next turn, I think it's swing with Cav first, but I do want another Sabo, of course. So, if they swing with Daz, it's always swing... I could go for face, actually. I don't think I necessarily need to go for board. They could, of course, 8-cost Croc here. 8-cost Croc, negate V2, right? So... it's 1k with Reb because Betty digs deeper and I want to find another Sabo. And I didn't block immediately here because of Daz attacks. I'd rather trash it. Like, I'd rather have trashed the 1k than the 2k. I don't really need to bait this attack out that badly. Okay. They could just go pop this, rest this, make it a 3k. Yep. Okay. I'll block one and then I'll counter the other. So that's like a 2k 2k. Which I do have. Right? Yeah. Do I block this one? Or do I block the other one? I'll block this one. Yep. I was betting on them trying to keep one up for ground def. They could also go free. Yeah, that's fine. So this is a Betty play here. There we go. Think it's like that, and then go you, that, draw, swing a 0 at a -2, swing an 8 into a 6, if they counter, then it's a 9 into a 6. which is kind of an interesting counter. I don't know why you would counter that. But yeah, see, you see how 10 gate is good now? Why I didn't discard 10 gate? It's because of this sort of situation. I don't have a Sabo to play next turn, but I do have a 10 gate. And that is very, very good for me. Because now I can go 10 gate over, like, say, a Betty or something. They also kind of trolled. They should have sung 2 into... What are they doing? Wait, okay, I'm so confused right now. What? uh... I guess they want the cards in hand, but that's so weird. Okay, no time to get weirded out. I think it's 10 here. Or is it here or here? Do I care about having a 2k body that much? I don't think I do. Trash. Okay, this is good. Trash a memento, I think. Do I think I... Do I care about this? Nine, I know they have a ground up for sure. So I think it's here. Just swing 9-9. See if they give me 2-2Ks for it. Alright. I could even go like swing 8 here by trashing 1 card, right? Okay, nice. That's like the ideal there was for me to just not have to do that. But yeah, I don't think I can draw a card. Yep. And then I'll just pass. Yeah, I think I just win next turn, right? I mean, let's block here. If they go 10, I just block with Rebecca. I could just play a Roger. I think it's this, though. I think it's Sabo into Would You Let Me Eat the Flame Fruit? Okay. That's totally fine by me. Sabo into this. I draw a card. They didn't even make this unable to attack. I just realized. What is going on? This is such a weird game. 9. Yep, there's the ground F. Here's another 9. Here's another 9. Okay. Still have 2 life. So there's not really anything. Like, there's no reason for me to leave up the blocker. I have 1 blocker, 2 life, and a lot of counter in hand. I can even just take these 2 lives. Right? 10, 10. I mean, they could sack this ground F and swing big, so I shouldn't let my guard down just yet. They should have swung 10 with this first. I don't know why they swung with 10 with this. That signals to me that they don't have ground F. Oh yeah, I think they got salty. I think they got salty. They got salty that I'm taking so long thinking about this. I guess if they go, I mean, with this hand there was no way they were winning, but I was thinking what lethal lines do they have? They can go 10 here, or 10 with Croc, right? Let's say ideal for them, right? 10 with Croc. In that case, I'd be wary of ground def, block 2k, and then I just win. Yeah, okay. I think block 2k is always the way. Because then if they swing, let's say they go like 20 to one of these, like, okay, I don't care. Ideal play for them would probably be Croc here. So they swing 10, 10, 10, 7, or 10, 10, 5, let's say. I block 2k 110, I take the other 10, 5 I counter 1. And then they play Croc, negate, a new gate. I don't know why I didn't negate a new gate, and a Sabo. Swing 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, let's say. Or even like 6, 9, 9. And then a lot. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it would be like 8 plus 8k. So 23k to lead. I don't know, they kind of threw that match though. I feel like they just did not play that pretty well. Let's see. At phase, tried out Lucy with Betty. Played Betty bottom deck 2 Cav. Yeah. No, that's why I don't really like Betty sometimes in this deck. Like, it's such a weird thing. Because, like, hold up. Let's take a look at, like... So, the thing about Betty is that you really need to know when to play Betty. Because if you play Betty as, like, your very first searcher, it's pretty risky. Because your only good targets are Sabo and your events, right? It's like the 2-cost Fire Fist, Watch Me Ace, this Fire Fist, Memento, and this event. So, if you play Betty too early, then you risk whiffing on like Cav and like other early game pieces. If you play Betty late, you risk whiffing on like Roger, Newgate. Yeah, Roger and Newgate are the main ones. And Betty also doesn't grab any 2Ks. So that's something you have to think about when you're searching with Betty. It is kind of like luck based at times. I think Betty is pretty consistent in like getting targets, but sometimes it bottom decks targets that you don't want to bottom deck. Also, I just realized I forgot to record 2 wins. So it's actually this, because we started right away. So yeah, we're 2-1 right now. But yeah, no. Betty whiffs are so rough. What is this opponent on? Yeah. I don't know. It's salty, but I took 1 minute to decide what to trash. Yeah, I don't know. I think my opponent's like in a bad mood. Hopefully everything's okay for them. I feel like they probably had like something go on like during their day or something like that is my guess. It's like, that's fine. It's a tournament, not casual sim or anything, so I will take the time that I get, right? Like, especially with prizing on the line, I'll take time to think and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of goofy. Learned that the hard way. Yeah. I think playing Betty, it's just weird. Betty's a weird searcher in that deck. There you have enough targets where it is consistent, but you also have enough things that you can't grab with it that you can't afford to whiff on. So it's very much like a vibes thing. It's similar to like how Viola, sometimes you want to play her, sometimes you want to keep her as a 2K, and most times it's like Do you really need the 2K body on board, or do you really need the search, right? Usually for like searchers, Betty, save for when I really need to find this Sabo, because everything else is a top free search, right? Viola is a top free search and Rebecca is a top free search. So this Bello Betty just searches 5 for a Sabo, right? And your other option is uh, follow me and I will guide you this one. Um, but I think this whiffs more than Betty because in my deck at least there's 2, 6, 10, 14, 17, 21 targets, as opposed to Revo, which has 4, 6, 10, 14, 18, 20. I guess it's like similar actually. Yeah, Revo actually has less hits in my, so I'm not I am not cooking with that. Revo has less hits by 1 in my target compared to this. So it depends on what you want to hit, I guess. Personally, I like hitting my events more than I like hitting my characters. I feel like my characters are a bit bricky in hand sometimes. Because all of my events are 1k counter, right? So like the only characters that I really want to search are bricks. It's like Barto and Cav are the only characters that are like, oh, and Sabo of course, but yeah, I don't know. It depends. I think searchers like Betty and Character Searcher are just very like you need to know when you can play them. Mm, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's searchers are such a fun concept that I don't think anyone really talks about in detail, but I think knowing your searcher hits and like part of the reason why you really need to know what your deck list is and like how your ratios work are due to things like that, like your searchers. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I had this deck in retirement for so long. Like I played it once in Chinoize Cup, once during Store Champ, right? And then after Store Champ, I just retired this deck and started playing Teach all the time. But I think I was talking to I think it was Lux. Was it Luxander? I think I was talking to Lux about some Lucy things. If you guys don't know, Lux is one of the people in the Discord server, which is down below if you guys want to join. uh, and they're a Lucy player, and you know we both started as Lucy players, so talked a lot, and they definitely have tested Lucy a lot more than I have. But I was talking to him about Barto builds and like, oh, are Barto builds viable and all that, and then I was talking to Clove, which is another friend. It's like a Milwaukee local. They went to Red Bull, good player, and they were also talking about like how this deck can beat a Nell because that was my one thing. It's like, damn, this deck just gets beat by a Nell, and after talking to those two, I'm like, oh, I guess not, right? And then I saw someone in a local play this 10 cost Newgate, and at first I thought it was bait. At first I was like, oh, why not just play Ace at that point, right? But after testing it more, I definitely see why it's a one of. So Barto and Newgate kind of like sparked more interest for me to play Lucy again, because I think like as you saw in that second round Nell matchup, Barto definitely helped there because they were forced to just Lightning Dragon. They can't do anything else to it. And then Newgate, as you can see during that Croc matchup, although I didn't really need it, it's basically like a fifth Sabo. If I don't see another Sabo to chain for that like free like that third Sabo drop can be a Newgate drop instead. I can. I will say, with Nami, I can definitely like. I immediately saw like, oh yeah, it's busted in Nami for sure. Like, you attach one for leader, or two in this case, and you're also filtering, and it's also a blocker, is good for sure. But like in Lucy, for me, it was just like you already have a red blue leader that plays 10 cost new gates was my main thing. It wasn't, my doubt wasn't that it was a good card in Lucy. It was more so, why play this in Lucy and not just play Ace, right? Was kind of like my big doubt, because 10 cost new gate is such a strong card. But now I get it. Now I get like, yeah, for sure. I definitely get why this card is a good card in Lucy, and why you play it in Lucy over just playing Ace is because Sabo chain into 10 gate chain is just very strong. Or not even chain, like just one 10 gate. Um, I mean, you're getting like 14 Dawn of value for 10, right? And you're also like, I don't know, 10 cost 12k blockers in this game are just so good tempo wise. Like, it's so insanely good. Because, like, 10 cost Teach is also really, really good. It's still a busted card. It stops 2 attacks, basically. And the only reason why Blackbeard is and was ever good is because this card existed. If not for this card, Blackbeard as a deck just doesn't work because your tempo is so far behind. But like, this is also a similar case where like, if Ace is able to play like 2 or 3 of these in a row, and even like Lucy, if you're able to go Sabo 10 gate, it's such a big tempo swing because like, even for example, if that Croc, yeah, for sure, exactly, like, even if that Croc negated the attack of my blockers, I'm like, okay, I'll just block with it. And if you don't negate it, then it's like, okay, I'll attack with it. It's a really big swing. Yeah, like 12k stat line is just really hard to deal with, even if you have other 12k stat line bodies, which honestly I really like. I think this is one thing that they've done really well in the One Piece card game with the power creep, is they have made big bodies feel good again. And like, because previously in like pre OP11, I'd say dropping a big body felt so bad because of Lucci, and I was a Lucci main, but Lucci and Red Rock was just like, oh, why would I ever play a 10 cost? A 10 cost just gets sniped immediately. But nowadays it feels really good. Like the new 10 cost secret where that's fair. I think the new 10 cost Luffy is pretty good, yeah. Where it's like, it has really big on play value, but after that you don't just like wall up. That's true. That's true. Because even that Luffy, even if you chain that, it's already pretty oppressive in Bonnie. 9k, like you're a 9k leader and you have like one blocker, that's really hard. Hey, I think it feels good now. I think it feels good to drop big bodies. Uh, Before, I mean, like, in previous metas, it felt really bad. Because, like, in previous metas, it's like, you play a 10 drop, it immediately gets red rocked. Like, you know, I was a Lucci and a Sanji player, so every time I saw someone play a big body, I was like, thank God, I'll just red rock it. I'll just 5 cost Rage you, red rock. I'll just Ice Age, 4 cost Kuzan, Brook, you know, stuff like that. But now it's like, boom, 10 beard, what are you gonna do? And it's like, I don't know. I think the only deck that really has an answer for that is Enel, but Enel is also just a really broken deck. So I think Enel is a different case, you know, like Gamma Knife and Enel needs to be, well, I don't know about needs, but like I think it should be pair banned. Okay, I think next round is up. Uh. Okay. All right. Oh. Yeah, that's true. It replaces itself and it also filters like a dead card in your hand, which is really good. All right. Let's see what we got. Mihawk. I heard this deck is super broken, guys. I heard this is a very broken. Okay. I think this is a keep. I know I was talking about like whiffing on Betty, but like Searcher into Cav into Sabo, like no way I'm mulling that. I think it's Search for Memento from this position. Why did they choose to go second though? Is there something about Mihawk I'm missing? I should have. There's like a really good Mihawk guide that I should have watched. Okay, this is weird now. I know I said Memento, but Fire Fist is really good in this matchup. A second Sabo is also very good. You can't even grab these two. And even if you could, I wouldn't grab them anyways. Do I greed a bit? Or do I... I mean, none of it is greed, per se. I think Memento is good because you draw more, and you're also filtering... I have 2 calves. I don't need 2 calves. I just need 1 calf. So I'm gonna trash the other one. I've only seen 1 Fire Fist, so it's not like I'm not gonna see Fire Fist ever again. So I think it is Memento. I feel like it's a better hit here, and I think it's Sabo into Fire Fist like that. I may be wrong. Like, if you guys don't agree with that play, let me know and I'll read it after this game. But I feel like Memento was the better hit there. I think this is just 8. I'm not going 5-5 because I want to leave this Betty standing for power reduction later on. Because if they play, like, for example, they play 7 cost Shanks, just like... Yeah. I think this is a control variant of Mihawk. Where they play a lot more of the freeze bodies, right? Seems like it. So I need to. Oh my god. I'm glad I did that. Then let's swing 5. Draw 2, trash this, play this, draw a card, and then play you. Okay, we bottom deck a Roger. They have a Laboon, so we're probably not going to get this because they have 2 of these as well. Or like, they have 3 searchers, so I think it's a 2k. Roger is the 33rd card in this deck. So let's just keep that in mind. But yeah, next turn we can play Sabo. Well, they're probably going to play Bonnie and Frieza Dawn. So it's actually Memento into Cav. Yeah. Alright. So far, we haven't really gotten punished for our choices, which is good. We could Fire Fist here -4, but I think it's... I think Fire Fist is good, actually. Let's first do this, though. Trash or Rebecca, I think. Play you, draw a card. Fire Fist -4, swing 2. Swing 6, swing 5. I think that's good. That seems good to me. Unless I'm missing something. No, I think it's fine. Swing 2. I'm gonna swing 5 here. Just so they don't free swing. Well, they can free swing into Betty still, but I don't think I need this anymore. Yeah, the reason why I did that is because I don't want there to be... Well, I guess never mind. They played the search already. I think it's still fine. But yeah, I think 10 gate's gonna be really good in this matchup because they don't really have a way to freeze it without letting my entire board go. Actually, no, never mind. They can lob Beppo into Luna because of their leader ability. Yeah. So we'll just have to be wary of that. They have a Luna in hand that we know of, so... Okay, they freeze that Cav. Totally fine. Two into 2, that's fine. Probably should have just swung 5 at lead, but... I don't think it's the end of the world. Yeah, just need to be very wary of all the freeze, of course, but also all the pings here. Six, I will counter. Probably with this 2K. I think I'll counter this one as well. I just don't want to be at a low life total and then they go for DMG plays. Right. Eight for... I think 8 here is better. I already drew a card. 6 here? 6 here. I think it's 6 at life. I know they have Luna, and I know they have I Know You're Strong. I think I still swing. They're playing a pretty dangerous game going to this low of life. Next turn, I do play 10 gate. And then just swing 7 and pass. Yeah, I know they're gonna play I Know You're Strong, so they're freezing my entire board. So that means there's gonna be a bunch of 6s. Unless they want to keep these up as blockers, of course. So this 7 I'll take. Because I feel like these are gonna be smaller. Even if they don't end up smaller, then I'll just -3, you know. But yeah, like I know they have Luna still, so they're gonna Luna next turn as well. Is it a Sabo angle or is it a 10 gate angle? Is now the question. Like, is it Sabo Fire Fist or is it 10 gate? I think the answer is 10 gate, but I feel like they're gonna chain 10 cost Law Beppos, which is pretty rough. -8 to minus... We can just KO Law Beppo, actually. Yeah. I think it's this. Minus... I'll draw a card. Fire Fist. And then swing 8 at Bonnie. And then they could DMG. Would I rather 1 Dawn up or 1 Dawn on Rebecca? I think 1 Dawn on Rebecca is a bit better. Because if they DMG, they rest this and this anyways, or this and this. They could also DMG Luna. I think 1 Dawn up is better. Because if they want to DMG Luna, then they don't get enough, like they don't get as much value. But yeah, like again, I know they have a Luna in hand, so this is gonna keep being frozen. Okay, my entire board is frozen now. They can go 6, 6, 6. So, again, I'll just pitch an event or something, right? I'll replace one of these Cavendishes, probably with a Sabo again. And the reason why I keep playing Sabos over Newgate is because Fire Fist to just, you know, ping there. If they go 7, I then go with this. I know they're gonna like use 3 of these. I know what they're gonna use 3 of these for. Well, but then if I go Fire Fist, they block. Well, I mean, blocking is fine. I don't mind that at all. Because this is still going to be a 2k body, and they're still going to want to rest it because they want to make this active. Yeah. So, yeah. this and that. I'll draw. Swing 8, they'll block. The question is, do I swing with Rebecca? I don't think I do. I feel like if I swing with Rebecca, that's gonna be... They have lead, or they have Mihawk ability to trash for 2k anyways. So I think it's always just this. And then... Do I play this? My search, attach? I don't think I do. I think I just pass. But yeah, if they have DMG, they could DMG Luna, which would be rest 4, unrest free, rest free. So 4 Dawn for that. But yeah, this is basically make something unrestable. Okay. They have 2 Mihawks. So these 2 won't rest probably. And I'm assuming they have like an I know you're strong or something along those lines. These also make 2 cards in their hand 2Ks. So that's also another thing. But yeah, I mean, I'll just play more and more blockers to wait out the storm, right? If they swing with this law, then should have like, yeah. -3. I could. I could try to just like Bari. -3 Bari. I don't think that's worth it. So I think it's this. Pitching a Becca. Attach 2 here and here, then swing 7. I can't draw there. And it's like, they can't freeze this with 9 Hawk. So we'll see what they do here. If they have a Law and Beppo, then that's their best play. Law and Beppo actually would be really good for them here. Because rest this, freeze it, make this a 7k, freeze both Sabos with these Mihawks. Yeah. 2 9-cost Mihawks. Kinda rough. I should have bottom decked one, I guess, right? Would that have been the play? I still have one more 7-cost Sabo. That's right. I don't know though. The fact that they haven't dropped anything gives me hope that they don't have a 10-cost Law and Beppo. Because if they do have it, I don't think there's any other play that would be better. With 4 blockers facing you down like this. If they don't somehow freeze my entire board, then... And like, they can freeze 2 things by default with 9 Hawk. So they just need to find a way to freeze the other two things, or to like kill this, right? Let's see. Um, huh. They could go. How many Lunas in I Know You're Strong? I think they've only used like, yeah, one Luna, two I Know You're Strong. So they still have a good stock. Because they have 8 in the deck. So they have 5 more. If they don't freeze this 10 gate, I could just go for game as well. By going Bari. Swing, swing, swing. Ugh, I don't know though. It's kind of weird. Yeah, the fact that they're waiting so long and thinking means that they're in a weird situation as well. Which is good for me. Okay. I guess they're going for game. They're probably gonna DMG. If they're resting the Rebecca like that, I feel like they're gonna go for game. Because what else can freeze this? I don't think there's anything that can freeze this. DMG. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and rest a poo, right? So. Okay. Into like a what? 5 cost Bonnie? Oh. I don't know about this play. I think I just take. Right? There's no reason for me not to take this, because I can then just block this one. Because if I top deck a Roger, I think I just win. Right? I could also double Bari pistol bottom bottom and then swing 12 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 12. Depending on how many Dawn they have up. Yeah, because I think let's see, Roger was... Actually, no, I don't think I dug enough for Roger yet. So I'll have to play this out then? I think the Sabo and Fire Fist that I bottom decked early is coming up soon. Ten is always a block. I think. Oh wait, they can swing with this. And I think they have used they used leader ability? Rest on, active, 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 yes. So they can go 9 or they can go 8, 6. It's always a block then. I think they're just going for game. In which case I go... What? Luna? I know you're strong as 7 or less, right? Yeah. So 4 cards in hand. 2 of them are guaranteed 2Ks. 1 of them is a poo. So 3 2Ks. 2k, 2k, 2k. And then let's say this is another 2k. Okay, so 5 Dawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 13 is a guaranteed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 11. So I think I have guaranteed lethal. Pretty sure, anyways. Because 13 should be guaranteed. Because they don't have any Dawn up. 9, 11, 13. Right? 7, 9, 11, 13. So they can't counter this. Because they don't have any Dawn up. And then I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 15. I don't know what they're waiting for here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 15k here. They should not have swung that law. Yeah. If they didn't swing that law, I think I might have lost. I mean, I would have done a different play for sure, right? Probably I had a Fire Fist, so could go Fire Fist. No, Fire Fist wouldn't have saved me. Would it just have been double? No, if I had to double Bari, I lose. Yeah, so if they just kept that law up, they would have won. I'm pretty sure is how it goes. Yeah, that was greedy. Crazy swinging. Yeah, no, we should not have swung that law. Unless they were going for game with like a 9. Even then, you don't swing that law because I have Newgate. But if you're going for a freeze, you'd never swing law. Yeah, the greed is crazy. Yeah, Roger's at the bottom. I think I thought I pushed it up some more when I was thinking that, but I think yeah, it's like around the middle here because I was at around 14 and then I pushed it up a bit with the Rebecca and Betty, I think. Unless I'm misremembering. Wait, did I even play? No, I did play Betty. No, Betty was a very early play. Yeah, Betty was at first search. So, yeah, you're right. I didn't push it up that much. I swung with Cav a bit, and then there was this Newgate, so that pushed it up a bit, but I think it was still a few cards away. How far away was I? So I wasn't super far away from the... Hold up. I wish there was a way to like just click on the deck and then it like spread out so that you can see easier like with cards in your deck. But yeah, I think I was somewhat close to the first Sabo and Fire Fist that I saw, but then I was pretty far with Roger here. Also, hello Rookie. How are you doing right now? I see you're in the cup as well. Hold up. I will be right back. Just gonna put the deck on screen, and then I'm gonna. Oh, nice. Wait, we might we might be going against each other next round, depending on breakers. Then, wait. In that case, I should gatekeep my deck. Yeah, Lucy has been feeling pretty good. Actually, I don't care. I don't care enough to gatekeep my list, right? But like Lucy has been feeling pretty good. I lost my very first round against a purple Enel, but then I won second round with purple Enel. I will say my opponents today have felt kind of off. Like, I don't want to snide anyone on their skill or anything, but I feel like I've played against better opponents in past cups. I don't know if you guys have felt that way watching these matches, but like that Mihawk kind of threw with the 6 cost law, I think, and then the purple Nell was playing kind of weird the second round one, and the Croc I think was just salty. The Croc felt really salty, but I don't know. I'm gonna grab some water and do like a toilet break before this next round starts. So, oh wait, oh my God, Rookie, we're actually facing each other. Okay. Well, I guess no toilet break for me. Are you on Robin right now? That's crazy. Um, am I hosting or are you hosting? Let's see. Oh my God, I manifested it. Yeah, good luck. May the best player win. Oh my God. Hold up. What are the chances? All right. Here. I'll block it for the rest, but sending the code right now. All right, everyone, I gotta lock in. This is like the best Robin player of all time here. I think I go first. Uh, sure. Okay, I think we start with this, and then grab this. I'm gonna be a bit more cryptic. I don't think Rookie's gonna stream snipe or anything, but yeah. Um, Actually, I guess it's fine. I think I know the list a bit. Okay, this is kind of weird. So I do have this card here. I want to play a searcher, right? I think we were talking about this just now. Um, but let's see. Betty doesn't hit the free cost searcher or the free cost event, but it is a 1k. Let's just start with a Betty, and then if I get the free cost event, then I get punished. That is what it is. Looks like I didn't. I didn't get punished. I would grab Cav, but I think there's some KO in this list as well, so it's not the worst to do that. And then I know they play Robin, right? 7 cost. So this isn't the worst, but I think this is still good. This is kind of scuffed, kind of weird. Because of their banish swings as well, I don't know if I want to just like insta take everything. But I also don't want to counter, so I think it's always just block. I think it's just free block. Okay, they grab that Luffy. I think I just swing 5, right? I think it's this first, actually. Weirdly enough. Because I want to see what I get. Trashing... I'm gonna play Reb. Watch me ace, I think. Then yeah, it's swing 5 here. Then play out Reb, grabbing, barrier, pass. Hmm. I think it's 2k. Feel like it's 2k. Okay. In this case, it's 5? No, it's 6 first. See if they counter. If they don't counter, see if they trigger. Since they didn't trigger, well, actually, it's 5. I think I always play barrier. It just if they trigger something, then I barrier whatever it is they trigger. But if they didn't trigger anything, then I barrier their I can get punished for that. So I think I take this. Or do I counter? I think I 2k. It's so rough. Oh, I get punished anyways. I get punished anyways. Oh my god. It's always this. Because then I can go swing 2k. And then, oh, they're not giving me the life. Okay. 6, and then 8. Okay. Do I just trash too? I mean, they have giant. They have giant. So, I feel like if I trash 2, that's kind of trolling. Okay, yeah. Giant and Olvia. Sounds good. 2 into 0, sure. The good thing about this Barto is that it's super sticky. I do take this one. Ooh, that's rough. Okay. Okay, I kind of figured something like this was gonna happen as well. 2k, I think it's always this. So, 10 beard, pitching a cav, swing 7, and then 8. Yeah, the good thing is that I can still defend my board. Even with like all events in hand, because it's Barta. I think I want to save that, so I think I trash this. Pitch that. I may be getting a bit like, I don't know if greedy is the word, but like a bit overzealous, I guess, with the amount of cards I'm using to defend this, but I feel like it's warranted. Draw, swing a 2k. Of course I get the Sabo here, but it's fine. I think I just pitch this. Or do I counter this? No, I think I pitch this. I think they run like 2 of the... I think they run 2 of the kingdom comes. So I shouldn't need to worry about it too much anymore. Here it's draw, then draw again. Okay, there's like everything. I think I play this. That's -3. 5 to 3. 6 to 3. And then touch, pass. Is it go for game next turn? Ragnarok. Barto value is insane. Okay. Need to play that, I think. Okay. Oof. The whiff is rough. Alright. Pass. Let's see if we can... Nothing is sticking. Alright. 2k there. Probably gonna try to get Barto again, is my guess. If they overcommit though, it's gonna be kind of rough. Is it worth going for this? Next turn, let's see. Next turn, I will... If I want to go for game... Right. 5, 5, 5... I don't know, I think I let it go. Finally let it go, right? Do I use this trigger? Or do I save it? I don't think I use it here. -4. I could -8 sack. I feel like they always counter this, right? With a giant. Oh. It's pretty tempting then for me to go... Gee, I don't know. If I go -4 here, then that becomes an 8. And then I have to minus again, and then Bari. Or I could go with this, Bari, that, and then I'll just have to deal with this separately. Feel like I'm fine with that. Yeah. Can't really -4 there, so it's like 5. Okay, pass. Two into 2 is fine. Depending on how big this attack is, I'll... Okay. This is a blocker, so... think it's a trash 1 and 2k. $12 I take. Okay. 7 or right, 7 here. This is another 7 with this. So I can go 999. The chances of this being both counter and the chances. Oh. Do I live another turn? Don't think I do. And yeah, I can't play Roger. Is the thing. If they go 12-12, right? Yeah. God. So weird. Yep. Seven, 8, 9. I think I just have to go for it. 9, 9. I think, is 9, 9 the best math? I could go like 8, 10. Would force a 2k here, and then 2 2ks there. If I go 9, 9, I force 2k here. Oh, the math. Do I force 2k 1k here, or do I just force 2k here? 1 2 3 4. Probability wise, let's see. I think it's 9 9. I think I have to go 9 9. Oh, okay. Oh my god. Oh man. Yeah, so I might have over countered was one thing as well. I think having Barto there instead of Cav was very good for me. I think defending it, I don't know if I defended it too much. Yeah, good game. That was close. You had me stressing there in the final part there. Because I was like, I knew that I was gonna swing with the Sabo no matter what, but I didn't know if it was better for me to go like 9k 9k or like 8k 10k and like force. But I think it wouldn't have mattered in that situation because I saw your hand. It was like 2 1ks and a giant. Saw you were kind of bricked, but yeah, I don't know. I might have over countered a bit with like the Barto and like not letting you just swing at life for a while, but I feel like I was able to just spam enough blockers where I wasn't just hemorrhaging hand. You know, you were swinging into this Barto a lot, which was kind of good for me because I was just trashing one event, but also should have grabbed a double attack event. Was that? What did I grab instead? I think you're right though. Yeah. In this matchup, I think I should have grabbed the double attack event because I would be starving for cards. Yeah, I can definitely see the logic behind swinging at Barto because it's like I can't just take and get cards from life. You know, you're just like starving me a lot and you're forcing me to like what is it? Like get cards out of hand. But also he stuck for a while, which was really nice for me until that last turn where you swung like 8k. I didn't have the counter to save it twice, but I think even if I did, I probably would have just let it go because I think at that point the value has been reached and I'd rather you swing at life. But yeah, seems like there's one more round, right? Or I'll just leave it at the deck builder stage. Yeah, this time I'm actually going to on my toilet break, so I'll be right back. For Betty, search it as a valid target. Yeah, hold up. Let me just hover over it. Yeah, it's a Revo. All right, I am back from my toilet break. I'm gonna. I forgot I was streaming in in the Discord there. Um. Yeah, but looks like we were table 8. So, I don't know how breakers wise. Let me see the standings. Whoa, what? Hold up. Huh. You can connect Twitch with Limitless TCG, and it shows like that you're streaming and stuff. Also, should I set my country? I don't know if I should set myself as America or Indonesia. I could go Indonesia and then hmm. I don't know. Do people usually go by like country of birth or where they're living? I'll just go with country of birth. Hmm. I wanna I wanna set up like dual streaming for like YouTube and Twitch because like I really like streaming on YouTube. I feel like I've been getting like more viewers and like all this stuff from like YouTube streaming compared to Twitch streaming. But I also kind of want to do Twitch streaming again, so I don't know. But all the dual streaming um, setups that I've seen are all paid, so it's kind of goofy. Mm. All right. Mm. Yeah, 10 cost Newgate has been kind of goaded in like every single match so far. I don't know. Like 10 cost and Barto have been feeling pretty good today. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I end up X1. If I do, that means like the only X1s that I've had are with Lucy, which is probably a sign that I should just play this deck. But I don't know. Mm, well, let me grab some water real quick. Oh. Alright. I think final round is up. Ooh, I'm going against Nightingale. It's like the Sanji goat. I have a lot of respect for him. I've been watching some of his videos recently, and it's one of the better ones from like all the like deck profile kind of videos, you know? So oh, let me stream before I forget to stream again and get yelled at. um the water is very good today. Kalgara. Oh, I'm cooked. Mm, this is one of the worst matchups for Lucy, I think. But I think this is a good starting hand. Roger is a bit bricky. Let's see. Let's start with a kingdom into... I think I do play out the Viola. Or do I keep it as a 2k? I think I play it out. I think I still have... Okay. So, we do have Barto. And we have 2 free cost events. So we can go Barto, draw free. But we also have Memento. I do think that Barto is a better pick here because we are going second, and they might also Zeus. So let's try it out. Next turn, I do want to play Cav though, is the thing. So, I'm getting punished for picking up Barto there. Should have played out Memento, or should have gotten Memento instead. But I think it's Cav. They know I have a Barto in hand, right? Like, that's the thing. I am giving out knowledge here. But, yeah, so card, I think it's sack this for a 2k. And then, here we go with a 6. Pitch one of the Bartos. And then we go with... I think it's another 6 and then play Betty. Alright. Or play Barto first. Draw. Then draw again. I said Betty. I think I meant Rebecca. And I think it's a Bari here. Seems right. Next turn I go Sabo Bari, but we'll see. I don't have 2Ks. Might be kind of cooked because of that. But we'll see. I mean, like, not because of that, but like, yeah. probably Noland here, so I'm assuming 666, right? Pitch. They could also go after Cav here. I could go like 2 1Ks. Okay. I don't have to. Unless they go big. But I think it's Noland here. They could go big. Yeah. Here I think it's... Do I go... I think we start with like a 6 here. Pitching... Honestly, 1 Sabo. I don't think we're gonna need 3 Sabos in this matchup. We didn't get a Fire Fist. So I think it's instead Visbari Sack, but I think it's 6 life. And the reason why I'm going 6 life is just because I'd rather them be dispensing 2Ks over 1Ks. So sack that, swing 5. Yeah, 2 blockers, a bunch of 2Ks. 3 attacking bodies. Wiper, okay, yeah. Wiper is a very good card for them right now. These 2 are gone, and then they can pressure board really hard. So, yep. Just let go of the Cav, basically. Yeah. The good thing is that Barto is very sticky, so I can just pitch cards for Barto. Mm. Seven. So they played. Hold up. I'm pretty sure they played the Kalgara this turn. Yes, they played Kalgara this turn. They have the Wiper ability still to attach a Rusted Dawn. They can go 8/8, 9/9. They can go 9/9 if I don't counter or block this. So I think I do have to counter that at least. This one I can take, I think, right? Alright, block counter 1K. Cause then they can go... No, I don't block counter 1K. It's either I counter with a 2K 1K or a 2K 2K, or I go and don't do that. I think I want this still. I don't think I need this. Yeah, because this is already a 9. They're probably going to have at least 1 Dawn up for that Earth will not lose. They might also have an L4 or like a rifle. I don't think rifle is playable in this deck actually. Room as well. I know this is a brick. I know they have a plus 3k. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think I survive another turn. 9, 9, 13? Or 9, 15? 9, 9, 13 might be good. Or... So these are both 9s. What's... 9 plus 5 is 14. 14, 4. I think it's 9, 9, 13 if I'm going for game. Yep, Earth will not lose. They picked up another Earth will not lose. But it's not like I have a choice anyways. I think they probably have it. I think they have a 2k. Or something like that. Yeah. And then I'll just concede here. GG. I think I did lethal wrong. Yeah. After I swung the Barto, I kind of realized. Think. Let's see. They go. I'm trying to think for lethal. Yeah, for sure. I could have swung very different. I think I swing with the Sabo first. With 9. 11, 11, 12. Hold up. So these are both 9Ks. So 9, 10, 10, 10, 11, 11. Yeah, so like would be 11, 11, 12. If I did 11, 11, 12. Yeah, I think they did have that because they have plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, and then 1K, 1K, and a 2K. Yeah. The reason why I didn't was I wasn't sure if it was better for me to go Roger for the extra swing, or if it was better to swing even. Plus 3, plus 3. Hold up. So they had 3 3Ks, 1 2K, and like 3 1Ks, I think. Plus 3, plus 3, plus 3. I think so. That seems right. The 6K, but I know. Curve first. Yeah, so they had, I think, 3 3Ks, 1 2K, and 3 1Ks. So if I split 11, they could go Earth will not lose, search, grab the other Earth will not lose, um, 3K again, which would make them go to 12, I think. Or no, that would make them go to 11, and then they go 1K. So that's 3 cards out of hand. And then I go 11 again. They can go plus 3K, that 1 2K they have, and then 2 1Ks. So, yeah. Either way. Yeah, I think it's an exact split. I think it's a split even. But I saw the Sabo in hand, and for some reason I was like, maybe I play this. I don't think I ever play Roger. Yeah. Yeah. Roger Roger is worse math for sure. I think the previous turn, and it wouldn't have mattered as well because they have 1K here. But the previous turn, I did also counter with an event, right? So if I countered with this Leo instead of the event, then I would have been able to go 11 12 12 instead, which with 3 plus 3Ks, 1 plus 2K, and 3 1Ks, and then 1 brick, right? But we're not counting the brick. That would be 11 would be 2 3Ks and 1 1K, right? So it'd be like this. And then a 12 would be a 3K, so that's 8, 10. Oh, wait, no. I would have won. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's the winning hand. As I should have not countered with an event. I should have countered with this Leo. That was one misplay. And the other misplay was splitting lethal there. Or not splitting lethal there. Right? Because if I go 11, 12, 12... Yeah. Yeah, okay. They would need 7K plus 8K, so 15K total, which is... Yeah, oh my god. So that was like 2 misplays in a row, I guess. The second one didn't matter because the first misplay was me countering an event. The reason why I countered with an event instead of Leo there was just because I guess I wanted to save the Leo in case I needed to, like, block and counter, but I feel like I didn't have to. there was no scenario there where I would have needed to block and counter that I wouldn't be able to do with this instead of this. So I feel like it was always Leo counter. 2k 2k with 2 Leos instead of 2k 1k with this, I think was what I pitched. And then I would have been able to go, yeah, like 12 here, 12 here, and then like 11, right? So like, well, I would have started with like 11 with Sabo, and then they would have countered, and then 12 with Barto, they would have had to take, and then 12 again, and then I would have won. I think was how this goes. Yeah. Okay. Being able to go that close with a matchup as bad as Kalgara, though, is not the worst. So it does give me more what is it? Confidence, I guess, in Lucy. I think Lucy definitely has solidified itself as my best Chinoize Cup deck. Because this was, what was my standings going into this round? I was 10th? Okay. So the end counter was 3 3Ks, 1 2K, and 3 1Ks. So a total 14, I think. Yeah, I think it was total 14K. So like, even if I went 11 11 12, let's say. So let's say this is 11 11 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? Yeah. So like 11 11 12, they would have been able to counter out 2 11s, right? Because they had, yeah, because they had 14k counter. They just need like 7k 7k, and then the 12 they would take, right? So the previous turn I countered with Flame Fruit and Leo, but if I did not do that, then I would have been able to go 11 12 12 instead, which would be 1k over their available counter. So I think splitting there would have been better for sure. Yeah. That's true. That's true. In this scenario, if I went, yeah. Splitting is definitely better than Roger. I shouldn't have considered this in the lethal string and should have just used what I had in board. But that's good. That's good to know for next time for sure. Is just like ignore this. In a board state like this, always ignore this. If there was a Borsa blocker or something, then like of course play Roger, and then swing 6 9 9 13. But yeah, because this is a brick as well. Yeah. Okay. So I ended up with a 4-2 record. But I was in like top tables, like table 4, I think, by the end there, or table, I don't know. So it's better than my usual performance. So my, oh, table 2. It was table 2. So yeah, better than my usual performance. So I think Lucy is probably my like sim deck going forward. Um, Let me just go back. I think this list is good. I think it definitely covers a lot of the weaknesses that the deck had. I could try to play like more of these to make this drop feel better, but like I don't think I need it because the best reason to play Barto is always the like KO effect and not the play a free cost effect. This is just kind of a nice bonus if I get it. And yeah, I don't think there's too many ratios I can tweak to make this feel better. Because my one gripe with it is that it kind of feels like I don't have enough events sometimes. But also, if I start cutting down on these characters, like, what do I cut? Like, these 2Ks are really good. Searchers for consistency, mid-range bodies, the main character of the deck, and like two very good big bodies. So I think I'm just gonna keep the list like this and just grind out some more games. I'm still deciding between this and Teach for regionals, so I'll see what I end up with, but yeah, I don't know. This was a pretty good run. I'm pretty satisfied with it, so thank you everyone for watching. I'm gonna head out now. See you guys next week. I'll probably bring Lucy again, honestly. I mean, I went X1 the first time I brought it, and then the second time I brought it, I went X2. So like, I think it's pretty good. Yeah, and it's very sleeper right now. Like weirdly enough, this is a sleeper pick right now. A lot of people are underestimating Lucy because it loses to a Nell. Uh, I was one of those people, so I get the viewpoint, but I think it does really well until like basically everything else, except for like Kalgara, of course, right? Like I keep catching strays. It's like any aggro deck, but also I think you have ways of beating it. I think like I would have won that game if I didn't misplay the counter and the lethal string there. So I think Barto helps fix a lot of the issues of the deck. So yeah. And then this as well, like if I really need a blocker, I can just use this to make Barto a blocker for a turn, which is also really nice. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna stop yapping. If you want to hear me yap again, or some more, I guess, again, Discord server in the link below. I'm also working on that Lucci video I mentioned a while ago. It's been a really busy weekend for me. I'm just traveling still. I'll be back in like, I'll be back home this weekend. So, like, starting next week, I should have some more free time. Or, like, this week, I have some free time, actually. I'm still traveling, but, like, you know, a lot of my friends graduated. That's why I'm traveling. And graduation happened last weekend. So all the festivities are done now. So I should have some more time to just like stay at home and work on the video and stuff. It's not like a complicated video or anything. I just need to record an intro and splice some things and I should be done with it. So hopefully I can get that done this week. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week.